Welcome to the football show live in our Facebook page of Kolkata.com and our YouTube channel KolkataToday.com. We had this episode. We're talking about more of the European qualification. Is very, very fantastic football we have seen for the last couple of days, and also German football too. Today, our guest is Günter Neuser from Germany. He was the football coach for the last 25 years and the football analyst and the author. Günter, welcome to our show. And again, it's a pleasure to welcome our show. Good evening, Günter. And let's talk about something great football we have seen for the last couple of days in European qualifications. And first of all, congratulate you for Germany's thumping victory for Liechtenstein, 9-0 of Jogi Löw's farewell or send-off match. How do you rate this 9-0 results in Wolfsburg?
Yeah, thank you. I think it was a very good match of Germany. They underpinned their favorite position, and now you see already how Hansi Flick, the new coach, wants to play soccer very fast, very also very player centric. Not so much passing, but he gives everybody more freedom and also more possibility to make very creative actions.
It's great, and how do you feel about Hansi Flick as a coach? He is a successor of Joachim Löw. Löw has created a history of German football and take a new level. And how do you talk about the Hansi Flick? He was very successful in Bayern too, and after that in the national team. So he was making a record of 27 goals in the qualification stage. Basically, this is one of the record for Germany. And how do you feel his team selections? It's a fantastic combination of team. And now I'm especially look after the football of German football. This is, I think, we have found Thomas Müller is a kind of a very new way of Müller showing his fake end of his career, but he's doing very well. So how is on one side is Müller, and one side is young players like Sané, all the young bunch of players, Gunvery, and these are players. How do you feel? How the Müller in the composition of young German brigades?
Yeah, I think they have now a very good mixture between experienced and elder players like Müller, like Neuer, and very much young players, which are now having their can show their magnitude of abilities in dribbling, in crossing, and all of these individual abilities they have on a very high level. So that is a very good mixture. I think they are pretty much prepared for playing against leading teams like Brazil or Argentina, and in Europe, France, England, and so on. So they have really done a good approach to this attitude. On last week, our U21 lost 4-0 against Poland, and the co-coach, which is a very experienced man of 63 or 64 years, he mentioned that the time of passing is over. He requires in the development of young players that they should be more drilled in individual experiences like dribbling, like duels, and all of this stuff.
So how do you feel about this kind of differences? The youth at one side is they lost 4 goals to 0 against Poland, a youth team. So what is the basic difference? You can feel it.
The Germans had a little bit of fault there because they lost the player very very early in the match, but behind the scenes, this co-trainer is from my point of view is really pointing to the right problems. That the time of passing like tiki taka is over. What you need is speed and also individual activities like fast break dribblings with shooting, with crossing, and so on.
And that's a fantastic talk about you. Where you're talking about Germany has a little bit of change in football culture, and you said that the Hansi Flick has came and make a balance in the team. So how do you feel about this team to next year Qatar and next winter? And how do you feel about this team can play? What would be your expectation from this team to when they go to Qatar?
I think if they find a good balance between offense and defense, then they are one of the favorites, because they have overall, what I can see, they have a good spirit in the team. They also Hansi Flick gives them enough space to develop their individual abilities in the team. That did change now from Jogi Löw to Hansi Flick. Jogi Löw ever said, okay, this is my playing style and I want everybody to play my style.
What is Günter, you're himself a coach for the last 25 years. What you found the Jogi Löw's team and the Hansi Flick's team? What basic difference you find out? You have seen the Hansi Flick's team playing for 6 months in consecutive, and they have touched football and 27 goals.
So the style, the match style is really, really different between Jogi Löw and Hansi Flick. Jogi Löw did a positioning attacking. So he is saying not the speed is not the attack speed in vertical direction is not so much interesting. It's we are playing around and trying to find the holes in the defense. Nevertheless, whether it's lasting 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 3 minutes, having the ball, we will get a hole in the defense. And Hansi Flick is saying, okay, we want to be as fast as possible into the penalty area where we can shoot the goal.
And that's I think that is a great change between the Jogi Löw. Can you? I just want to ask you one thing, because this is a lot of questions comes into the Germany too. Yeah, when the Jogi Löw was taken over the chairs in 2014, it is a great year for him. So what is the basic difference that time Jogi Löw and when Jogi Löw left the team? There's a lot of the years Jogi Löw has. Do you see any changes during Jogi Löw's period? Because he has taken a lot of years into German football, and he created a lot of footballers too. And how do you feel it, the Jogi Löw's, when it started and then finished? What was the difference with the same Jogi Löw in 2014 and the Jogi Löw is in 2019 or 2020 like this?
Yeah, when Jogi Löw started, we had pretty much a team of experienced and individual guys, rather old, and Jogi Löw imitated the match style of the successful Spanish team, which was influenced by Pep Guardiola and what he was playing at Barcelona. So we made it. Like I said before, in attacking a positional attacking, we passed from position to position to position to position, and that was also the Pep Guardiola type of match style. And we were successful because we had really good defenders. More than half of the team were really good defenders, and we had this great striker, which was the best striker in the World Cup. To be honest, I've just now forgot his name. Yeah, so he had a very good team of individual players.
At that time also Mario Götze played very well.
Mario Götze, yeah, right.
And I think what I also, just to ask you, when the Hansi Flick has tried to balance a mix with they called back Marco Reus also in the team. How do you feel about Marco Reus? As a little bit senior guy, and he has a wonderful footballer. He has itself a cult figure in German football because he has very committed footballers. And I personally respect him very well because he has his own thoughts of football philosophy. How do you feel this the Thomas Muller and the Marco Reus in this new team of new brigades of Thierry? Then we're talking about Sané, then also the of Timo Werner, the of Tino is not playing because he is not fit, but he is in the team. But so, how do you feel the balance between the Jogi Löw's team and they have Jogi Löw in 2014 was a fantastic team, all their champions of their own time, and now this he has failed to World Cup and also the last European Championship too. So, what do you feel about the Jogi Löw set up a standard of very high over Germany and I'm sure that Hansi Flick also would carry forward his legacy. So what do you feel about any comparison in your mind that in last European Championship, the Jogi Löw's team style of playing, and they lost very badly. And a very expectation, very high about the last European Championship, but they didn't do well. And there was very upset results for Germany because they have a high regards on the European arena. But now the Hansi Flick comes and the team playing very well, very attacking, and they're in the goals. So do you think what the difference between
Germany ever was? I think Germany ever was good when in the national team, when the national team was has many players from one first league team. Like this year is also many players are really coming from Bayern Munich, which are Neuer, which are Süle, which are Kimmich, which is Müller, which is Sané, which is Gnabry. So they have a real good stable line there. So and then they can be composed by players from other teams. So this was ever a good position for German national teams to have many players from one successful.
And I have to ask you, when 2014 or every year, at least 7-8 players from Bayern Munich itself. So it's a kind of it's always a proverb. The Bayern has the national team rather than. So it's always the German coach has anybody who has a coach German. They get a set of players who came from Bayern. So it was good for attacking too. But this young team, as how you feel in Germany in football. And other European teams, what you're rating in this, like Spain is also coming up, very young, talented team. Then I have also high regards of the Netherlands playing very well, and also France did a fantastic results. They have they beat Kazakhstan 8-0. And Mbappe is fantastic, 4 goals. And what about you think the Germany? I'm talking about the European football to the world perspective. So, what you would feel about the next World Cup in Qatar? This qualification round, already Germany has qualified, Belgium qualified, and France qualified, and also Denmark. I would just like you to understand these 4 teams. What do you compare them till now? They have qualified in this 4. How you rated this among the 4 were the best now? About already have qualified.
I think France is showing that they have very, very talented young players, which are technically very good developed, which are very fast. But overall, I think the team in the next World Cup, or the probable winning team the next World Cup, must have much tactical flexibility. Not only playing one type of football, but being able to play aggressive, but also play positioning game, and they must also be very good in individual defending, in doing one-to-one in defense. Yes, I don't know much about England, but I think the best team in offense seems to be Spain. France has very good players, but you really need to have players who are able to play different positions.
So how do you, Günter, now you're talking about the France, and why not Denmark is a revelation for the last 20 years. After the Champions League, they have a European Championship. Denmark has a superb, it's a discovery, and they played the superb in even the qualification round. And among the 4 teams already qualified in European sections, how do you rate Denmark, for your views?
Yes, Denmark has ever good developed individual players. Yes, they are leading far away from others, but the group is not so challenging. Scotland is on the second place. Yeah, but Denmark they are ever doing very well in their youth development. And Kaushik, interestingly, Kasper Julemand, who is the national trainer, he also was coming from my hometown, Mainz 05.
That's a good. I think you will be proud for it.
Yes, yes, Jürgen Klopp from FC Liverpool and Thomas Tuchel from FC Chelsea. Kasper Julemand, they are.
No, I think Günter, your town is coach, and maybe next time you should call it your coach's town.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's a fantastic. You have analyzed this about the Denmark. Now, my next question to you, the idea about now I'm just talking about a little bit of Mbappe, because he has this qualification round, and also he has played fantastic football in PSG too. He is playing fantastic. So what do you mean about now? What was the Mbappe now doing? He's in his right form, and he's going more big when the World Cup came.
Yeah. What to say about Mbappe? I'm just looking at the newest news about him, and it's saying with him the people are getting nuts. So he played four goals in the last match. So
Yeah.
he's really good. So hopefully he's not hurt again. He has a little bit of problematic that he is sometimes hurt. But if he gets stable, yes, he could be one of the biggest players in the next championship.
Another thing, good as a coach, you have a wide experience to dealing with the players. This is the World Cup qualification or the national teams. Now, all the national teams, most of them are try to have more believe in young players. Like Spain, they have a lot of young players at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20. That's what's their age group. And at the same time, it is also very in the contradictions. As a coach, when you are asking about the Sweden has bring back Ibrahimovic at the age of 40. What do you think about that kind of decision from Sweden to bring back Ibrahimovic again in the national squad at the age of 40 as a striker?
Yeah. So if they have no one better than him, why not? So
Yeah, I mean, of course.
so if he can help them, then it's good. Then it's good enough for him. And yeah, it's a very interesting match tonight, Spain against Sweden, and yeah.
And that's also that's a very good, interesting way. Ibrahimovic can have the magic and the Spanish young brigades to how to tackle Ibrahimovic. This is very, but also I'm very happy to say that one of the favorite players, Luka Modric, is playing fantastic for Croatia. He was fabulous today also, and he was absolutely at the age of 37. He is doing like a Ronaldo. So I think other side, one side is the young brigades of playing a fantastic football. And also you have seen the old brigade, the 35 old player, 34, 35, 36, 37, even 40 cabs also play. So how do you think football has come to a real pick in the because it's football for everybody, and now age is just a number. What do you think as a coach? Just you can mention age as a number when you are fit.
I think if you should not look to the if these elder guys are willing to play. I would also bring them on the pitch. So if they are better than the youngers, and even the fans do want to see them, also like Ronaldo or whoever is there, they should play.
Yes, and of course, this is the beauty of football now. Now everybody is talking about the young 17, 18, 18, and then comes 36, 34, 35, and that's truly good. Even in German team, the Muller is 32, and I think playing very good football. And I because I know personally Muller from very in 2009 onwards. I've watched Muller when he was in Bayern 2. I bring to Kolkata, and I have good interactions when he was in second team. I know his. He was always fun to Kolkata because he was luck changed from he was after being back to Kolkata to Bayern. He got the first contract and the professional contract. So my next question to you that this entire football scenario is playing to the football, and the Qatar is approaching everybody team. So another talking about a very interesting aspect of football is. And particularly, how do you look at the Ansu Fati? There's everybody talking about him, has his Barcelona doing very faith on it, and also the Enrique also talk about Ansu Fati. How do you rate Ansu Fati's future?
Yeah, that is this very young, very high talented player. I hope that he is good managed in the background, and that there is no big hype overwhelming him in the next years. So it's like Holland in Germany. His father is covering him, so he's not in danger. And I hope this Spanish guy is also being managed very well.
Yeah, and because also you have seen that Poland is also doing well through, and Lewandowski has again proved he has the ability. He has, and this calendar year he has scored more than 60 goals in this calendar year. It is only done by Ronaldo in 2014. So how do you feel Lewandowski can have a chance to get Ballon d'Or? What is your opinion?
Yeah, he's doing his best, but I think the team around him, must pretty much good support him. But I think they will do the second place, but then they have to go to the final round in qualification. I think they are somehow secure. They have 20 points against 23 of England, and but they will not challenge England in this qualification round.
And about when you talk about England, and do you think any change of English attitude by after the the Southgate is coming in? So the Southgate has. What do you deal about as a coach? He has. What we have talked about English football was before and now after the Gareth Bale, after the Southgate came into English manager. So what do you think about they have changed a little bit attitude of England football? English football was a very conservative style.
Yeah, I think they have changed themselves, but not so revolutionized like they should do. I think they have the good talented players, but they still play in England a very
Traditional way.
Traditional man-driven way, right? So they ever have problems to play another style in the national team than they play in their federation in their league teams. So yeah, I don't.
Yes, because but you rightly said that England has a lot of young brigades comes in the picture there. They have a lot of players that are really good enough to play and good football expected. And also, I'm very eager to about the another team was very good football, but ultimately they are chokers. They lost in the middle because the Belgium team is a very good team and a very good coach. Martin is a fantastic coach, and last 4 or 5 years, Belgium has played super football. But and when it comes to the results, they have failed to deliver. How do you think about this kind of? Belgium was a very close contender for European Championship too, and also the World Cup too last year. But they couldn't manage. How do you think? What is a basic problem there? The psychological problem when you go for because they have fantastic players and around. And a beautiful coach, and as a team playing quite along with 4 or 5 years, the same team is playing. So, how do you rate the Belgium prospects to the qualification round? They have already qualified.
Yeah, my feeling is that they did not develop their match style further. They have highly talented players. But what I can see is that their match style is not as much developed as the individual players. So if you would eliminate in a match their most important players, then they are done. So they could not change in as much quality as they have on the pitch, and then they are interesting players. They do what they can, but I don't think that they will be able to challenge more than being at the championship. But no, it will not be more.
Yes, this is always every time they start with a very kind of always an advantage to a contender but ultimately they lost they have lost 3 to 4 good championships. They lost like this. Now, I'm just to say about in this European Championship, what you find. This is the final round sort of a thing coming up, and then we, as a coach, as an analyst, as an ardent football lover, and which team this competition of qualification rounds in European qualification round do you feel has really doing well, or the match style, or the preparations has done well? Which, for your eyes, which was the team to be the best you have seen this until the qualification round matches are going on?
What is an interesting team is the Swiss team, which is developing very well. They have a good development strategy. I think they are doing a good job there. Portugal is they are pretty much relating on Ronaldo, but the Swiss team is very interesting in this round now.
And sorry, I just to ask you another question, because you are in Germany, and then I must say, because I have also seen the country Austria, was very smaller, and where I've been last 8, 9 years, 10 years I followed. I had a good friend of Mr. Schachner, who was a world capper in 1978, and he's a good friend of mine. He told me when I visited there in 10 years back, he was told me that Austria is coming up with a more focus. And now I've seen the results. How do you wrote now? The Austria is playing, even if they played very well in the Europe Championship and the qualification round. Austria. Yeah. Do you think that is coming up?
Austria is somehow recovering from former years where they did not play very well. I think what I know, they have a good basic development of players. They have a good thinking about their match style, and that is showing the first successes now.
Yeah, this is very interesting, and also I'm really disappointed about the little small teams. They came and they get a lot of goals. So do you think about this kind of result, 8-0, 9-0, 7-1? Is it good for football for the smaller teams like Malta, Liechtenstein? And these kind of teams can be played in a little bit of more. They need to be more focused about their styles, all football team. Because also a small team like North Macedonia also doing very good football. We have seen they have done very good in even the last European Championship. So do you think about the Europe as a whole? And not football is confined to a few countries only, or it's spreading? What the development is going for a new countries, smaller countries, like also in Hungary is a very good football heritage. Romania has also very good football heritage. What do you think about this in Europe? The perspective of football spreading their good football to the smaller country like Malta, Liechtenstein. These are the teams, or North Macedonia, Moldova. These are teams that are coming up, and how do you rate about it? Even the smaller country like Serbia, Croatia is playing very good. Croatia today beat Russia by 1 goal, and they have confirmed their place too at the top of the group.
Yeah, I think it's a task or a task for the FIFA / UEFA support these little
countries.
countries. And what I can see, they are doing a good job there. They are sending out trainers to develop there. They bring in methodologies and all of this. So what I can see that football is growing there, and that is finally a good thing. But they are still behind. But to be honest, Germany, before Hansi Flick came, they were not sure that they will beat North Macedonia. So, that is a good sign that football is growing also in these little countries.
Yeah, even I also said the last 2 days back, the match result is Georgia beat Sweden 2-0. It's also good for football.
Yes,
because Sweden is a much better team than Georgia. Georgia had beaten 2-0 with convincingly the beat Georgia, and Georgia has beat Sweden, and that kind of results is very good for the football as a showcasing as the football is growing in smaller countries, and that's really good to the football world. That is the young teams and the young countries come together and play challenge the bigger countries. That's a very good thing, and I'm really hats off to Croatia as a small country, and they're playing fabulous football. And I'm really grateful to. I've seen the Luka Modric is a fantastic football there in the age of 37. He's playing today. He has also fabulous played today against Russia. So I definitely this European qualification, particularly in this zone, is a lot of championships again. And I'm really feel the whole world's attention. Even though there's the world qualification around is going across the world, because the world football is focusing on more on Europe. Why?
Yes.
My question is to the qualification of FIFA World Cup everywhere is going on. Why people are the more interested and focus on European qualifications? Look at the viewers. Everybody is looking at the stories about European football more.
To be honest, that is the European Championship qualification. If you mean that, will start in next year. So actually, I cannot tell about that.
No, I'm not European qualification. I'm talking about the World Cup qualification, European qualifications for World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting for everybody here, and what I can see is that the media are very interested in it.
Yeah, because a lot of good.
But we are also very critic about the championship in Qatar and the situation around the building there, about the handling of the workers. So I know that the captain of the Finnish national team is also now raising up his speech. But overall, unfortunately, nobody is really challenging that, and that is not good, I think, personally.
Yeah, of course, there's a lot of contributions and a lot of things to give me talk about. But it's at football. End of the day, football has to prevail its own way. And another thing, I just to take your points to note that as I talk about this after this qualification round is going on, and Germany has doing a very good football again. To be back to the German on your perspective. So, do you think about in the Qatar World Cup? Who will be you can name out 3 or 4 players that can be your as a coaching experience, as your analytical eye. Who can be a game changer for Germany in next World Cup in Qatar?
Difficult question,
but you should answer because you are.
I think Leroy Sané has something very special. Speed, dribbling in the offensive. The same has Serge Gnabry. And we have one U21 who has now the first naming in the national team of adults, which is N Mecha. He is a striker, as you would look for a striker. He is something like Eric Holland. Yeah, he's very big. He has no fear. He goes where it hurts you, and he could be a real good striker, as you have the strikers before.
It's a great, and do you think about one is another good asset for Manuel Neuer? So do you think about that Manuel Neuer? You need another. What would be the next to Manuel Neuer to be in a team, because this very important position.
To be honest, Manuel Neuer will, if he stays out of illness, he will do the next world championship, and then I think there will be new goalkeepers. Again, we in Mainz have a very, very good goalkeeper. I think there will be a new generation of goalkeepers who are now 22, 23, 24. I think the others who are behind Manuel Neuer, they will not reset him in the next years.
That's good, and it says Germany has a batteries of goalkeepers history and traditions too. And Günter, it's really a pleasure to talking about the German football and European football, and you have enlightened us this show today, and a lot of ideas you have given about how the German is preparation for the World Cup, and also how the qualification round is going about. And really, it's a pleasure of you're talking about the fantastic way of deliberations of your analytical eye to our viewers, and it's really a pleasure to be in our show. Günter, and thank you for joining us, and also we'll see you next Sunday with a new set of ideas, new set of thought. Absolutely, the next week, and also a footballing week too. It's a lot of things will be, and also there's a qualification round is going on. So see you on Sunday, and hopefully another good show about European football. Let's do for football. And thank you. Have a good night, my viewers. See you next Saturday again with our guest from Spain, Fernando Perez, and now Sunday for Günter. These 2 days, you just block yourself to know about more on European football from their own people, and from the Spanish way on the German way too, and that's more on the European way and the world of football. Please watch to us and give your comments how you like our shows and interact with us. And wish you a very, very beautiful next week to come, and I call it a next good footballing week to see. Good night, everybody, and have a nice week to get coming. Thank you. Beckham into Sheringham.